freedom's torch lighting our continent is the target of those who do not believe in freedom. Canada and the United States can be attacked by intercontinental bombers, by far-ranging submarines, by guided missiles. All can carry the H-bomb. Split-second flash of atomic fusion can release undreamed of fury. The mushroom cloud mounting and spreading is the new signature of peril to free men. Freedom says, to no man will we deny or delay right or justice. Magna Carta. Governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. Declaration of Independence. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Abraham Lincoln. For the first time since the days of Indian attacks, we have live frontiers. The front lines of freedom are again at our doorsteps. Yesteryear, the common purpose of our forefathers became the collective defense of free men. Their mutual strength achieved the peace. Today, ocean barriers do not exist. The speed and power of the atomic age have destroyed them. The isolation of our continent is no more. In our time, the Nazis talked words of peace, then marched their men to war, inflamed by the tyrant Hitler. The resulting World War II, with its accent on air power, leveled the cities of Europe after months of pounding. The war ended when a new era in warfare began. An intercontinental bomber, the B-29, dropped a single atomic bomb. Our scientists said this about the new era.
One atomic bomb did this to a city and its people. A blast. The release of deadly radioactive rays. And in a matter of seconds, downtown New York would be a massive ruin. Throughout the entire lower end of Manhattan, most people would be dead. All buildings from Washington Square to the Battery would be destroyed. The United Nations must establish a worldwide control of atomic energy and of other weapons of mass destruction.
So spoke our scientists in 1946. That same year, the United Nations was offered by the United States its monopoly of atomic energy, a plan for worldwide control that would free this great new force for peaceful purposes. A plan to wage war upon disease with atomic instruments, as in the treatment of cancer. A plan to provide industrial power to underdeveloped lands lacking energy resources. But this plan for United Nations control, to free the atom from the menace of war, was rejected by the communist bloc. 3 years later, grim news. The communist bloc also had the atom bomb. Behind the veto stands an iron curtain, and behind the iron curtain, the most sobering threat ever to menace free men. This we know. The communists, in but 1/3 of a century, control 1/3 of the Earth's surface and 1/3 of the Earth's people. They have the A-bomb and the H-bomb. They have the jet bomb bombers to carry them to any target in the world. A 1945 atom bomb could do this to New York City. A hydrogen bomb of 1952 would do this. Communist bloc has woven a vast network of espionage throughout the free world. Its naval forces are building towards supremacy at sea. Its vast submarine fleet is capable of atomic attack. Communism has vetoed applications of qualified states for United Nations membership, hampered resistance to aggression, blocked propaganda investigation. Communism has threatened freedom. That is why Canada and other free nations propose the use of Article 51 of the United Nations Charter, the collective defense of free men, a defense that now must be worldwide, forging a ring against aggression. Thus, if an aggressor moves to attack in the West, defensive forces of free men mobilize swiftly and in strength to contest the advance. Likewise, if the threat looms in the East, freedom's forces concentrate to meet the thrust. Vigilance is the watchword. If enemy attack is aimed at the heart of our strength, our continental homeland, attack can come from saboteurs, from submarines at sea, from guided missiles, from bombers over the polar ice cap. The target area is our North American continent, but the bullseye of the enemy's target is you, your family, your home. The military half of our defense exists to stop the attack. Pilotless missiles, anti-aircraft, jet interceptors, long-range bombers, spotters at the Ground Observer Corps, a radar net which tirelessly sweeps the long horizon, ever watchful for enemy attack. If the communist bloc does attack, our radar sites and observers will sound the alert. Giant bombers will take to the air. Jet fighters will scream aloft. Fighters will account for some of the enemy. Guided missiles will take their toll. But some will get through to your home. The other half of our defense must be forged. Citizen defense, civil defense, the vast corps of volunteers trained and ready to minimize the damage of attack. Attack, as measured by Operation Ivy. Target, the Ambassador Bridge linking Detroit of the United States and Windsor of Canada. Complete annihilation for a radius of 3 miles. Severe to moderate damage out to 7 miles. Light damage as far as 10 miles. The center of devastation is a great crater, 7 ordinary dwellings deep. The crater has a radius of half a mile. The scale is reduced in order to measure from ground zero the vast size of the nuclear explosive fireball. This man-made sun of incandescent gases has a radius of 1 5/8 miles. Beneath and beyond its fusing heat, for a radius of 3 miles, total death. Out to 7 miles, buildings twisted and shattered, streets choked with debris. Damage to structures visible out to 10 miles. The mushroom cloud, evil signature of atomic blast, within seconds has climbed 25 miles into the sky and has been flung by the winds over a front of 100 miles. It may drift in any direction, spilling out unseen radioactive material or fallout, capable of inflicting severe to fatal injury upon all who are exposed. Shelter is imperative. For most of us, the best available shelter is the home. Consider the basement first. A lean-to shelter is practical and easy to build. The box shelter is more elaborate, but more effective. The outdoor shelter, the ordinary hurricane cellar, affords almost complete protection against lethal fallout. Every effort is being made to give maximum warning of enemy attack. Our radar posts and ground observers will flash instant warning of aggressor formations. Public warning systems will alert us to impending enemy attack. Above all, obey official civil defense instructions. Local, state, or provincial civil defense orders will determine what action you should take. You may be told to take shelter instantly. You may be told to withdraw or evacuate. But follow instructions. It can save your life. The freedom of people is the measure of their resistance to tyranny, of their determination to defend their right to worship as they choose. Freedom to speak subject only to the common welfare. Freedom of the press.
Cornerstone of informed public opinion.
The right of public trial before a jury of one's equal. These rights make you free and make you the target of tyrants. Gaps in our military defenses are being filled. You will be given the greatest possible advance warning of enemy attack. Gaps in our civil defenses must be filled. By you, for you, your family, your country, your freedom.